Hi everyone, my name is Katie Morgan and I am currently a second year occupational therapy student at the University of Tennessee Health Science Center. Today I'm going to talk about the first week in the field and the experiences, emotions, and reflections of those who have been there and done that. Today's three objectives are to identify potential first experience emotions, to identify behaviors to address those emotions, and to identify tips for the newcomer to an organization. The first week on the new job or starting school can bring a flood of emotions. Sometimes those emotions are positive, like excitement, and sometimes those emotions can be very challenging to regulate, like nervousness and anxiety. I'd like for you to take out a piece of paper and pen and think about a time you started a new job or started school and think about three emotions that you had during the first week. You can go ahead and pause this video and write them down. Thank you. So, I graduated undergraduate school in May 2018, and I had about 6 months until OT school started. I wanted to work somewhere that could potentially benefit my OT career, so I applied and got a job as an orthopedic technician. I had no idea what I was doing and I had no idea what to expect. One of the emotions I felt during the first week on the job was super high anxiety. So, in order to regulate my anxiety, I would wake up early and go for a run and release some of that stored up energy. It really helped to calm me down and to help my nerves stay under control until I felt more confident on the job. Now, I want you to pause this video again and think of a behavior or action that you did or could have done to regulate each of those emotions that you wrote down previously. Thank you. You can hold on to that information until the end of this video. Next, I thought it might be beneficial to hear from a recent OT graduate who is now an OT practitioner. Hey Eric, thank you for joining us today and thank you for taking some time out of your day to talk to us. If you want to introduce yourself to the class, that would be great.
Alrighty, I'm happy to be here. My name is Eric Walker. I graduated from UTHSC in 2019, and I'm currently working at the Village at Germantown. It's independent living, assisted living, and a skilled nursing facility.
Awesome, that sounds like fun. So a little bit of information about us. We are currently in our second year of the occupational therapy program at UTHSC. We have about a month and a half left of our didactic work, and then we are scheduled to go on our first level 2 field work. So a little thing that's unique about us, we went virtual in March. So we've been online for like half of OT school. We got to go on our first level 1 field work, and then our last 2 level 1s were virtual. So we did, yeah, it was very interesting. We did 2 online. The first one was like psychosocial based, and then the second one we did like traumatic brain injury and some orthopedic. So basically we were given a client, we did like the occupational profile, we kind of like ran through an evaluation, did some assessments, got to work on some documentation skills like a SOAP note, progress note, discharge summary.
Wow. Yeah,
it was very interesting.
I bet that's different, but hey.
Hey, yeah, I mean, we still got, yeah, exactly. I mean, we adapted because we're OTs, right?
That's right, that's right.
So if you'll just talk to us, I think a lot of us are just kind of like panicky and more worried than usual just because we haven't had much of like in-person experience.
Yeah, don't panic. I mean, when it comes to level 2 field work, it's always a combination of nervousness, excitement. But understand, like your fieldwork educator, they want you to succeed. The team around you, they want you to succeed as well. I think you have to understand, you're stepping into COVID, so things are different. It's not going to look the same as when I was a student. But I think from a therapy standpoint, you have to remember, you always want to advocate, you always want to think about the mental health of your patients, but now you need to worry about that almost double now. And so I just tell people, just love people well. Be prepared to love people well. You're going to grow as a therapist. You have team members that want to grow you and they really care about you, and you're just going to constantly get better. So don't be nervous about that.
Yeah. Try not to. What do you remember any like emotions or like just things you felt starting your level 2 field work since you're basically like a practitioner almost at that point. And I mean,
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's a combination of nervousness and excitement. Um, I think the way that you handle that is to continue the same routine that you had with school. You know, I know obviously in the COVID world things are a little different, but
right.
continue to go to the gym if that's part of your routine. You know, to continue to do your meal prepping. I'm kind of zenful, so I like to meditate and stuff like that, and do my Bible study. But just continue to do that stuff, and then every day just have an open mind and just try to get 1% better every single day. I'll give you another something else that really helped me. Another good example. I would go to my footwork educator at the end of the week and I'd say, look, all right, it's been a week now. I want to take it up a notch. I want you to be even harder on me. And then week 3, I'm like, look, make me cry if you want to. Like, we would take my documentation, we would print it off, and she would go over all of it, and she would take her little red pen and mark out stuff that was wrong and ask me questions about this. But it made me think so hard. And by the time I got to the village, day 1, they said, you're an excellent documenter. And it's all because I was willing to kind of put myself on the line and just try to get 1% better every day. And I kind of put my ego to the side and I said, look, just hurt my feelings, make me better. But it paid off. You know, I'm so thankful for that. So just kind of have that 1% better attitude every single day. And I already forgot where we started with that, but I just kind of
That's
went on.
really good. I really like that. I feel like as like grad students, it can be sometimes hard to get like feedback and criticism because like we're so
Yeah.
determined to be like right and correct all the time. And
Oh
so I
yeah.
think going through this program, like me and probably all of my other classmates, we really just learned to like embrace the criticism for sure because I mean that's how you grow as a
Oh, absolutely. So worth it.
yes, for sure. So something just like I'm curious about when you started at the village, did you do like a rotation there? Did you know someone? Did you just like blindly apply for it?
No, I just applied there. I had an interview and I actually started off PRN. It was just going to be a part-time thing. But the OT who was supposed to train me, she had a medical emergency for 2 weeks and was out. So I had to really learn on the fly, kind of by myself. But like I said, you know, everyone there, they want you to succeed. The teammates were awesome, you know, the physical therapists, and I kind of had to learn how to be self-sufficient. But I don't know, it made the job so much easier even a month afterwards because there was just so much stuff that I had to learn by myself at first. But yeah, that's how I started there, and I love that place. And another story about that I'll kind of go into. You know, they teach you in a lot of these leadership classes to be prepared for drama and stuff like that, and you kind of just laugh it off. But I promise you, you'll even see on level 2, like it is a real thing.
Wow.
And you know, when I got there was a lot of drama going on. There were a lot of people talking behind people's backs. You know, the manager wasn't getting along with the team. And long story short, they decided to start over and to create a brand new team. And they got rid of all the therapists and they pulled me in the office. And I'm thinking like, oh gosh, I'm about to be a part of this. But like I said, I never got caught up in the gossip. I just tried to have respect and honor for everybody and just try to do my job and just get 1% better every day. And she pulled me in and said, look, we want to build a brand new team. We want you to be our very first occupational therapist on this team. So it was a God thing. And it was a blessing, but it just goes back, you know, they teach you in leadership, you know, just mind your business, just get better. Don't get caught up in the gossip. When you do that, good things are going to happen. So that's another really important lesson to remember as you go into level 2, because you're going to see it. I promise you, you're going to see it.
Well, congratulations on that. That is huge.
Yeah. I'm blessed. I'm blessed to be there. I love being there every single day.
Yay. So like compared to your level 2 and starting as a new practitioner and as a new grad in the workforce, did you have like the same emotions? Did you feel more confident? Were you like more prepared?
Yeah, I think I felt more confident, but I also just had a lot of gratitude because PDPM had just kind of started and it was really hard to get a job. So it took me a couple months. So when I actually got my job, I was like, oh my God, I'm just thankful to be here. You know, I'm just thankful to work with these patients. I feel like it's a pretty good team. You know, I get to get better every single day. And so just having that attitude of gratitude, and you know, after you get through the level 2s, you know, you graduate, you know, you go through the boards, and I promise you, and you'll see on level 2, like your program does a phenomenal job of preparing you for everything, and you're going to see that as you go on. But yeah, well, when you get to your actual first job, you're just like, just the next step. It's just the next step. Let's go, and I'm going to get a paycheck now. So
Yeah, now I actually get a little reward.
yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. That sounds awesome. Do you have any tips or advice that you would like to share, like any additional ones that you'd like to share with the class as we start the journey into our rotations?
Yeah, like I said, just have an open mind, have a white belt mentality. There's always new learning that can take place every day. I'd say try to do as much as you can. So I was on my second rotation, I was actually at the VA and it was acute care.
Okay.
But while I was there, I was exposed to ICU, I was exposed to outpatient, and I even got to go to the psych ward a little bit. So it was kind of like 4 in 1. But just I think having that combination of experience, it really just helps with the boards and just kind of crystallizes that confidence a little more going forward. So just try to do as much as you can, have a white belt mentality, and keep doing the relaxing things that you do. Go to Shelby Farms when you can. I know in COVID things are a little different. You can't just like go to a theater anymore like you used to, but just spend time with loved ones, live your life, have that work-life balance, and you're gonna do great. You're gonna do awesome. I promise you.
Awesome.
Everybody.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing. Your words of advice were awesome, and it's just so encouraging to hear from someone from the program, and just seeing where you are now and seeing that it's all worth it in the end.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yes, thank you so much for being here with us and talking with us and spending some time.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
I hope you enjoyed listening to Eric as much as I did. It was really encouraging to hear how successful he has become in just his first year of becoming an OT. It was also encouraging to hear how our program has taught him skills that have helped set him apart from other practitioners and that have helped him accomplish great things already. I want to wrap up this in-service with some tips for the newcomer to an organization because first impressions really do matter. So, do not try too hard to show how smart you are. Often we start a new job thinking we need to impress our coworkers with how much we know. That may come off as cocky or aggressive, but sit back, listen, and learn how the new facility operates. Remember names. People always feel more important when you refer to them by their actual name. It is also a great way to build rapport with each other during the first week. Learn who's who and what's where. Learn who your directors, managers, and supervisors are. Keep your eyes open and learn as much as you can through observation. Follow the proper organizational channels. Make friends with the aides and administrative staff. Be friendly and likable. Arrive early and leave late. Be helpful. Volunteer for a project when you can. Make to-do lists to ensure that you meet all the obligations asked of you. And lastly, do not get discouraged. As Professor Flick often says, embrace the uncertainty and let's power through this. Thank you for listening to me, and I hope you have found some useful information to take with you as you start your Level 2 fieldwork. Today, we identified potential first experience emotions, we identified behaviors to address those emotions, and we identified tips for the newcomer to an organization. There should be a link to a survey on Blackboard, and I would really appreciate it if you took the time to fill it out. Thanks for listening, and thanks for your time.